Hey, hello, good morning, guys, and this is Kuning with Gautam. And guys, today we'll be doing Unit 7 Parameters, Return, and Libraries. Unit 1, Unit 7, Lesson 1 and 2. So let's dive in. So the pre-unit post, we had a Google form, so I didn't do that. Same thing, all of this, we had a Google form in class. As you can see here, on 3, did it in the form. On 4, let's see, what will the console print after running this code segment? Let's see. So you have a console.log numbers 3 and 2. So what does the function do? The function takes the answers, add them, and then adds them with the first number again, and then you return the number times the second number. So what is the return statement? The return statement is what you get from putting it in a function. For example, if I have an add function, I put 5 and 3, the function returns 8. So that's how return statements work. And also, the parameters are the parameters. Give me a minute. Yeah. So the parameters are num1 and num2. These are placeholder values for what we do. For example, if this is addition again and I put 3 and 5 in the function, it needs to know what to do with the numbers inputted. So that's why you put num1 and num2. And then basically what you do is return num1 plus num1 2 in the case of addition. But let's look at this function. So 3 and 2. So 3 is num1, 2 is num2. So you add them both together, that's 5. You add num1 again, that's 8, and then you multiply by 2, that's 16. And that's the right answer. So it's just pretty simple math, pretty basic. So I finished lesson 1. Let's go to lesson 2. This is the app investigation. So, like we said, this is the numbers. So number cruncher, enter two symbol numbers and click the function to calculate. So let's run. Let's say 1 and 9. So when you add them, you get 10. When you subtract them, 1 minus 9. Can it not do that? Oh, because the numbers clear after. You're going to have to re-enter them every time. So 1 minus 9 is negative 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Let's see, 9 divided by 3 is 3. It just rounds down. So, yeah. Let's do 9 divided by 0 and see what happens. We do get an error. Let's do, yeah, so this is basically simple. Let's go into this. So on event, you click the add button. You do the calculate with plus. Then on event, you do the minus button. You set it to minus, multiply, and divide. So this calculates the answer to the math problem. Displays whether the answer is even or bold. Return symbol string is the operator. And you return the string. So I have the function calculate, which is var num1 get input 1, num2 get number, answer. So if the symbol is plus, you add. If the symbol is minus, you subtract. Then you divide and multiply. So then you do the mod operator. So this is the mod operator. So basically the mod operator returns the remainder. So if in this function, if I put 9 divided by 3, it divides perfectly into 3. So that means the mod 9 mod 3 would be 0. Then let's try 9 mod 2. If we do 9 divided by 2, we get 4.5. But if we do 9 mod 2, it's the remainder. So 2 goes into 9 4 times, which is 8, and then have 1 left over. So 9 mod 2 is 1. Simple here. What's the useful of the mod operator? The mod operator can easily help us define whether it's an even number or an odd number in most cases, or whether it's directly a multiple of 2, 3, 4, or any number. So this comes useful when we're using calculator and any other applications that use math. So if the answer mod 2 equals 0, which means it can 2 can go into it without any remainder, so it's even, or the 3 can go into it, you set the text. Sorry, this is or, yeah. Even odd label, the answer is even and it's divisible. Else if the answer is 2, then you say the answer is an even number. If not, then you say it's an odd number, it's divisible. Then else if it's text and it's even odd label, the answer is an odd number. So the problem with this logic I see here is that if you divide any number by 1, it goes in evenly. Rather, we should change this and make sure the remainder is 1. So this makes sure that both actually works. So when you divide anything mod by 1, it's always going to be 0 because 1 can go into any number except if it's a decimal. Let's try again. 9 divided by 3. It's even and it's divisible number. Let's try something else. Let's do 7 divided by 2, 3.5. The answer is an even number because it's a decimal. So answer is now set up. So answer equals number 1 plus, you do this for spaces between it, or else if we didn't do that, all of the numbers would be mixed. Symbol plus number equals answer. And then you return the answer. So that's it, the simple tutorial of the number cruncher. So now let's go to the word game helper. Select the word length and the first letter. Suggest which words appear below. So let's click run and let's see. Let's do the letter A, and then let's see what letters we have. So let's see if we want something starting with, let's say G. Then let's go for 4. There's give, good, game, girl, grow, goal, gold, gain, gift, grab, golf, gray, gate, etc., etc. So how do we do this? So first we can see that we have to do this and accept the input and output words. And also if you see, we have this timer thing in the middle, which basically shows it's running. So we have to do that too. So you get the word list and you get the column words. Where do you get the column? From data. And when you go to data, you can see that this is basically just lots of words with the length, the part of speech, and the word. And per million words, you don't need to do that. It's just the frequency of it. As you can see, the, be, and, of, a, in is really frequent because, well, it is used a lot in the English language. So let's go back to code. So you get the filter word list. So you filter get number from the length drop down. Then you get text letter drop down to lowercase. So on event, you click the length drop down, you change to the function, and then you do the same thing again. This was just for debugging, so you can just leave that there. So on event, you get the letter drop down, you change it, or you do an input, this happens. So when you do what's the function filter? So it shows the element waiting image and then shows elements unclickable. So when you do that, you can't interact with anything, because if I spam it, you can see that I cannot interact with anything while it's loading. As you can see, the thing goes offline and I can't interact with it. So that's what we're doing. So show elements unclickable, which is basically just a box over that to make sure we can't click it. And then filter word list, and then you set text output equals to nothing. So you do a for loop. We've done this at the last one. So if the word list I, so basically if the letter of the word list dot length, so of the word list, if the word of the word list dot length is equal to the length specified, and substring is the function it splits the string into letters. If the 0 to 1, which counts as the first letter, equals to the letter given, it goes into the filter word list. If the length, so for example, if we do that and we have no words, then you just say no option available. And then you just take out these, and next then you just set the text to output. So pretty simple thing. Let's try G, reset run. Let's go for 7 length words and let's try Z. Nothing for Z. Let's see 6, 5, 4, zone. Okay. And then we have nothing else for Z. Let's try T. 2, lots of them for T. Lots of them for 5, more for 6. And so basically T has a lot. So you can see that this is clearly working. And simple function. Check for understanding. What are the benefits of writing functions using parameters and return? Try and list at least 2. This manages complexity and makes the function easier to read. This is because when you go back, let's go back and check this real quick. We do not have to rewrite the filter function every single time we want to filter. Imagine if we didn't have the function and this code would be here, here, and here 3 times. That wouldn't work. That would be very complex for us to read. Second, the parameters help us simplify the code. instead of trying to directly input and making sure we specify, just using parameters here can make sure that we can do the function inside without interference from outside factors. And then when we actually input it and the inputs are valid, the function can just plug in the boxes and do the function and do what the function's supposed to do. So this manages runtime complexity and it makes it easier to read for others. So that is it. The lesson 1 and lesson 2 of parameters, return, and libraries. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Coding with Gautam, and I'll see you next time.